All right, back again here. Not missing too much apparently. SPY starting to drop down again. Microsoft kind of holding up, but again, still sitting right on the 8 and the 15. And again, I took Carmack short, and I'm still holding Carmack short. All right. Let's see if we get any questions here. Hey, Nissy. Good morning. Yep, exciting day. Getting a little movement in the market at least. At least it's better than an LPTE, a low probability trading environment. But very weak market. 668.71 is the next support on the SPY that I have. 668.71. All right, let's see if we get any questions here. A few. Hey, Ram Kumar. Watching your long-term positions bleed, Ram Kumar. Yeah. Trialing out a dog sitter before you go to San Diego. Oh, you're gonna have to leave your dog behind. Yeah, that's always an issue. We have some folks that take care. My daughter usually takes care of my dog when we go away, which you've known I don't really go away very much. Thoughts on MP for a short? Sacklin? MP. Yeah, I've been a darling for a while. Getting pounded today off of earnings, I believe. It looks like it's already had earnings. Yeah, it's a good short. It's a good short. MP's a good short. Here's the daily chart on MP right here. Pretty good short. Here's your support level down here. 200-day moving average right there. Pretty good drop from there though. Yeah, it's a nice short setup. Just wait for it to bounce and then reverse back down again. And don't take it short here. You've got the VWAP up here. And you've got the 15 here and the 8 here. So see if it goes to the 15 and fails and then it rolls over. That would probably be a good time to take a short on it. SPY trying to find a little support here. Q's trying to find a little support here. Microsoft also finding some support here. Still got the VWAP above. And Carmax, again, the other one I'm in short right now. KMX. Also bouncing. So we're getting a little bit of a bounce in the market. Oh, MP earnings after the close, Maxim, thanks. I thought maybe they had reported today. They have not, then forget about MP. Well, I mean, you can short it today, but it's going to cost you a lot of money for the puts. So I wouldn't touch it in that case. We'll be looking at the time spreads here pretty soon. Again, SPY trying to bounce, Microsoft trying to bounce. We'll see what kind of a bounce we get in the market here now. Microsoft's going against me. Could I do a weekly put debit spread? No. The option's going to be way too expensive on it. You don't want to do anything on over an earnings trade except the time spread, if the criteria are met. I mean, you're going to do a weekly put debit spread over earnings. You got earnings coming out. Remember something: earnings, which is news. News always takes precedence over any technicals. The technicals on MP right now are very bearish. You know, the technical setup on is very bearish. But the earnings can reverse that in an instant. That technical setup doesn't mean anything when earnings comes out. So just because you like it short right now, to try to take it short after earnings is a giant roll of the dice. They could have bad earnings and go up. They could have good earnings and go down. You don't know where it's going to go. And you gotta pay decent for it. I mean, you wouldn't pay an awful lot because you're doing a debit spread, but you're assuming it's gonna fall on earnings. That's a very dangerous assumption. Microsoft trading down now from, again, I paid what I paid for Microsoft, $4.95, trading at $4.20 right now. Yeah, these are expiring tomorrow, so I got to do something with the Microsoft ones today. CarMax, they don't expire until the 21st of November, so I got a little bit of time on those. I paid for CarMax. I paid $245. They're trading at $277 right now in CarMax. So we'll see what the market does here. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time. I'm not taking anything else right now. Again, I like IBM long. I like Apple long. I like GLW is getting close to another potential long, but not yet. IBB this morning down just 45 cents. Still looks very nice. Schwab right now trading at 93, about 94. Right on the 8 and 15. Just a really good spot to continue to roll these things out. And again, we get out of Microsoft, sold it off, took a loss on that. I did leg out of it and did much better. We took a nice profit in Google this morning, $3 as a contract, and we took a nice profit in Lucid, about 35% on Lucid this morning. Hey Sam, good morning. Good morning. This KTOS is a pretty good short setup too. I haven't looked at the options on it, but again, it's getting clobbered here today. Down about 5.5%. Well, I got enough on right now with Microsoft and with CarMax. Microsoft short. See if it continues back down again. KMX still looks good. SPY rolling back over again. You gotta be. You have to lean bearish right now. Again, I like IBM. I have it put down as a potential long, but I can't take it right now. The options were crummy, and the market's just not cooperating at all right now with these longs. GLW just chopped sideways. Schwab holding up pretty nicely, almost 94. Google we get out of this morning on a really good level. Basically right here this morning, we get out right here at the top. Just, not because I knew exactly what to do. I put a sell order in for what I thought was a reasonable price, giving the price movement this morning, and we were able to get filled. Harry pointing out Lilly and NVO moving right now off of an announcement by Trump on the weight loss drugs as far as what the pricing was going to be on it. So Lilly and NVO moving up. Thanks, Harry. Lilly's got room now to 967, about 20 bucks more upside potential in Lilly. I assume the option prices are not too good. NVO, of course, much weaker on the daily chart than Lilly, coming right up against the 50-day moving average. I think if you're going to trade it, Lilly would be the way to trade it. Very tough to trade these options in Lilly or NVO. Very, very expensive. Can't even do debit spreads on them. So I'm not going to chase them. You got him yesterday, Ari. Yeah, that was a good idea. NVO extremely wide. Bid 92, asked $1.42. I mean, really expensive. All right, so we're going to look for what's happening with the market. Starting to move down just a bit. Microsoft coming back in again. CarMax, I'm still short CarMax. Just kind of moving sideways. About 12 o'clock, a little after 12 o'clock. Hey, Peter, I thought you bought more Microsoft puts after closing the spread. I did. I'm in Microsoft short right now, Peter. Can you buy a new put on Microsoft expiring tomorrow? Yes, I did. Yeah, that's why I say I'm in Microsoft. I bought the, when I set it off in the room, what I got? I can't remember now, my strikes, but I got Microsoft, I bought the $500 puts. I paid $4.95 for them, for the $500 puts, expiring tomorrow. They're at $4.90 right now, so just about what I paid for them. It's pulling back down again. Still short Microsoft. Also short CarMax, KMX. I paid for the KMX puts, the $35 puts. I paid $2.45 for. They're $3.03 right now. I got a $3.45 sell order on CarMax. Looking for some time spreads. I like SMR, but it's really expensive for such a cheap stock. It's a little bit disconcerting that the SMR is so expensive. It's about 80 cents for the time spread on SMR, which is only a $34 stock. So the implied volatilities on this thing are astronomical. Applied volatility this week is 300. Next week it's 150, which is, I mean, that's a really good spread on there. I'm probably going to take a few positions on this, but that's awfully expensive for a for $34 stock. Awfully expensive. But again, we're trading the implied volatility crush. So I'm going to see if I can get filled on a couple of them using 35, using the 35. I mean, you have to use the 35 or the 34 because this week has got 34.50s, but next week does not. Next week it goes to 34.35, so you have to use the 34 of 35. So what I'm taking is I'm taking the $35 puts. I'm selling this week's 35 puts, buying next week's 35 puts, and I did it for, what did I do it for? $0.83. Pretty expensive, 83 cents. You might be able to get a little bit cheaper than that. It's printing, it says it's printing 74. I don't know that you can get filled at 74. But I'm going to put another order in for 74 and see if I can get a few more at 74 cents. Yeah, and then needless to say, I didn't get filled on those. So I'm going to put this down. Now, again, this is a very expensive time spread for the price of the stock, but that's because the volatility is crazy of these things. All right. So this is SMR time spread. I'm selling the $35 calls. Whoops. November 7th. 35 calls. And buying November 14th. $35 calls. And it looks like you can probably get them for about 82, 83 cents. I put some in at 74. I didn't get filled on them. I'm going to put it in at 0.83. All right, 0.83. And I'm going to alert on this. This is this is a lot of money for a cheap stock like this. So they've got an awful lot of volatility built into this stock. Huge amount of volatility. All right, so that's the time spread on SMR. KMAX still coming in a little bit. Microsoft, yeah, very choppy here right now. SPY is trying to find a little bit of support here right now. Triple Qs also. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm in SMR. I get filled at 83. I think it was 83. Yep, 83. And again, this thing is jumping all over the place. So if you get filled, I'm probably going to put a sell order on this thing, but it's going to be pretty high. Probably for about $1.05. I'll probably put a sell order in for $1.05. Okay, so I got a sell order at 105. I'm actually still trying to buy some more, but I've got a sell order on the ones that I get filled on, and I'm trying to buy some more at about 82 cents, but I haven't got filled on those yet. Okay. Q's coming in. Pretty flat market here right now, though. CarMax coming back down again. Microsoft also just kind of moving sideways. Again, CarMax, I get in at 245. I'm trying to get out at 345. They're at 320 right now. That's a pretty big move in this thing. 245 to 345 is $1 on a 245 stock. That's probably about 40%. Again, just trading CarMax in as Microsoft short. Just put this SMR time spread on. All right. We just get filled in some more SMR. Yeah, get filled in some more at 82. All right, so I got all my SMRs on that I'm going to put on, and I got sell order at 105. Again, it's pretty big widespread. That's a really these are very expensive. But it's still drifting down. I like Microsoft to drift down a little bit, some, but it's just moving sideways here. I may have to take these off. I don't know, because they expire tomorrow. Microsoft's pretty low. On the daily, it's down pretty low. Again, I get 493.03 for a support level on it, which is quite a bit of room to the downside, but we'll see what happens. KMX still coming in. KMX a low of the day here right now. And I'm looking for a little bit of a flush on KMX. That will get me filled. Again, I got them at 345. My sell order, I'm in they're at 320 right now, and I paid 245 for them. So again, $1 on a 245 entrance is quite a lot. Yeah, a little over 40%. Microsoft, I paid $495 for my Microsoft puts. They're at $450 right now, so I'm down a little bit on these. But this stock obviously it can move a lot. It hasn't moved at all right now. Market is pretty flat right here. I mean, look, sellers and buyers look to be paired off pretty well. GLW drifting down. Still looking at that for a long. Still on IBB. Looking at Schwab. Schwab still holding 94. And CarMax still coming in. You get into SMR for 81 second. Good. It's a good price. Listen, this is a very expensive time spread. You know, when I saw how much price it was going to cost me, um, that's a lot. But again, the implied volatility of this thing is around 300. So what are they expecting on the move tomorrow? Well, the expectations, I'll tell you here in just a second. On SMR, it beats 14% of the time. Its average move is about 9%. They're expecting 16%. Even that seems low compared to this implied volatility. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. There's a few other ones in there that are potential. AAOI is a potential one as well. But not an awful lot of them. A lot of them beat um, on their earnings beats. ACHR is too low a priced. Open is too low a priced. DraftKings beats too much. Peloton beats too much. Irene beats too much. There's a lot of them beat too much. USAR beats too much. A lot of them are well over 20% on a lot of these. So SMR is what I took. And again, I got a sell order at 105. I'll go ahead and send that out in an alert. I'm pretty active here this morning, actually, for just a drifting. We haven't had a trending market for a day for a while. You can be a lot more active in those kind of days. I hope the discussion on Microsoft today was helpful for some folks. Again, it's how you can mitigate a time spread, not time spread, a put credit spread if it goes against you pretty hard. But again, it's very tricky. SPY coming in again. My SPY support level now again is 668.71. 668.71. That's a horizontal support level, and we're pretty close to it. Very close to it. Qs support 607.07 on the Qs. 607.07. But I got a little bit more room to the downside. Microsoft's still moving sideways here. Getting kind of a little bit of relative strength to the market. Not a lot, but a little bit. Hey, blah, blah. Good morning. May I ask where you got the 668.71 support level from? High volume support. High volume uh, horizontal support and horizontal resistance. 668.71 high volume line I draw. I go over these in the room all the time and how I draw them. I'm not gonna do it for everybody because not very many people use these things. I have find them very effective, but I'm not going to put them out for public consumption. I go over them with the folks in the room. Getting pretty close to the levels here. I'm probably going to take the CarMax profits now. I just took profits in CarMax. $310 for CarMax. In at 245, out at 310. I'm watching Microsoft pretty closely here. If the SPY finds support here, I got to watch because the whole market could bounce a little bit when SPY gets to 668.71 if it does get down there and bounce. It basically has done that already. Here's the chart on SPY. All right, here's the chart on SPY. Here's the 668.71. You see that level right there? 668.72. That thing is 1 penny. 1 penny off of that line, and look what happened. So this is why I'm closing CarMax, and I'm probably going to close Microsoft on this bounce. The support level is fairly strong. Especially if Microsoft is showing its relative strength, which is not. So I'm going to hold it for a bit more. But I did take my CarMax off, KMX. Took the profits in KMX. That was actually a nice profit from KMX. Hope this makes sense what I'm talking to you. I'm kind of doing this on the fly because this is a kind of a wild day. CLX short, or has it moved too much today? Let me look, Doug, Bob. Bob. Here we go, CLX, see if it's moved too much more. Clorox. You know, it's I don't think it's moved too much today. I'm looking at the 8 exponentials at 111. Stocks trading 107. It's $4. The ATR is about 3. No, you're okay on CLX. CLX, it actually looks pretty good. CLX as a short. I think I probably would just intraday trade it. But yeah, in fact, this is a pretty nice level for CLX right here. But again, you see how watch the SPY here. Again, you see what the market internals are. They're starting to show up now. So be careful on taking shorts right now until we see what the market does. Again, it bounced right off of that high volume support level, right off of it, within a penny. Again, they don't work all the time, but these high volume lines work a lot. They're very, very effective. And I think you've been in the room for a while, you've probably seen how effective they are. Microsoft, as long as it continues to hold sideways or go down, I'll stick with it. But if we get any movement up, I'm going to get out because the market's getting a bounce here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the SPY move up all the way to the VWAP. Just like you just want to stay focused on a day like this. Again, this is very critical to be able to read price action when what you're seeing here is the SPY trying to bounce off of that support level. On Microsoft, I'm in. I don't want to stay in this thing if the market's going to bounce, and it's going to bounce with it. That's why I took KMX off. Took KMX off because the market found support, and I had a nice profit in it, so I took it off. And you notice the internal just went blue on it. Not the internals, I'm sorry, the current time frame momentum. Market internals are trying to move up a little bit though. Again, we got, when we have a time spread on here, these things these are non-directional trades. We just kind of try to capture implied volatility crash. Don't really care what the market does. SMR is not going to care what the market does either. It has earnings. Again, earnings is a news event, and that takes precedence over all the technicals. SPY right off of the level that we had mentioned. I mean, right off of it, within a penny. That's really pretty impressive. Our upside resistance now is going to be, if it gets above the 15, is going to be the VWAP. VWAP's quite a ways up. And then 673.95, back to 673.95, which was the breakdown level from this morning. Long IBM on the bounce, very nice. On the VWAP bounce, yeah, IBM is a good one, Bob. It's a nice setup. You can hold this thing for a bit, I think, on IBM. I don't think where this candle came from. Get rid of that candle. Whoops. But it does. It's a nice setup on IBM. I like it from a daily chart. I was looked at it earlier today. The options were a little tricky, but daily chart looks good in IBM. Here it is right here. This is what you're trading. You want to see it. You see how it's holding the 15 right here. This is your stop area right down in here, and it's above the 8 today. So this is a pretty nice setup. We actually even have a little bit of an algo line right here that you can take into consideration and see how that's breaking above that. So you're above that algo line. So there's a big support area right in there in IBM. The Apple also looks looks good today as well. I mean, these things are bucking the market right now, which is ugly. But see how it went to 668.71 and bounced. Simon, on the IBM calls, how far in time? I didn't take them yet, Simon. Bob was taking IBM. He I don't know if he took stock or if he took options, but I didn't take it yet. I looked at it earlier this morning. I didn't care for the options. I'm kind of waiting to see what the market does here again. Very tentative in the market right now. I'm just day trading stuff right now. Like Microsoft, I'm still short Microsoft, and I took my profits in KMX short. And I put an SMR time spread on for tonight. Paid 83 for it and 82, and I've got a sell order at 105. And they're going for right now 83, so going for just what we paid for them. Took a nice profit in the Lucid time spread overnight. That was very nice. Notice the difference in the price. Lucid was trading at about $16.50, and we were able to get in for 21 cents, 20 cents, 21 cents. SMR is trading at, we got $35 calls on this thing, and it's trading, it's in the 80s. So there's a huge amount of volatility in this SMR trade, which it can work both ways. Okay, so just watching here now. Market getting a little flat. There's a SPY still coming in a little bit now. It's trying to bounce. Market internals are actually starting to curl up. This is going to switch to a blue here pretty soon, I think. Lunchtime. Yeah, pretty soon. It's about yeah, 12:42. It is lunchtime. I got to get something to eat. All right, thanks very much. Reminding me in the YouTube that it's lunchtime. Thanks very much, everybody on YouTube. I appreciate you being here today. We had a pretty interesting morning. It was exciting. We had to do some. I had to do some legging out of Microsoft. They put credit spread, which went against us really hard. Was able to leg out of it. And if you closed it, you took a little bit of a loss on it, but I legged out, which mitigated almost all of that. So that worked out pretty well. I took KMX short. I'm in Microsoft, still in Microsoft short. Took KMX short today. I took profits in that. I just put a time spread in SMR for tomorrow. We made about 35% profit in Lucid this morning. We made about a 30% profit in Google this morning. And IBB is working fine. And Schwab is working beautiful. Schwab is really in a good level for us right now. 94.26. This is like perfect for our weekly ATM. This is what you want to see for weekly ATM. If you want to put weekly ATM in the dictionary and you put a chart on, this is what you want to see. Just sideways movement. It's beautiful for selling premium every single week. All right. So listen, everybody on YouTube, thank you much for coming today. I appreciate it. And we'll see you here tomorrow, Friday morning, about 11:30. See what the market's doing. And again, I appreciate you folks being here today. And again, you can come join the room, rightlinetrading.com. You can get all the information you need in the room, the alert service, as well as the software, which, by the way, right now is starting to bounce. The SPY is starting to bounce.